This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, hello all. Welcome to the next session on SAP workflow. In the last two classes, we have discussed about what exactly the workflow. So workflow ensures right work being sent to the right person within the right time, within the right sequence. And so the right work is the exactly what is the sales order, what is the purchase order, what is the customer, what is the material, and all. That is the right work. And we are going to design the right work with the business object or with the classes. And also we have seen the what exactly the architecture of the SAP workflow. And SAP workflow architecture contains the above programs and business objects and process level and as well as the organizational management. And the above programs rises the events by using business objects are classes as an interface. And with the business objects are classes as an interface. And with the business object between the workflow level to the ABAP program level. And if you want to design the right work, we are going to use which provides the right person. So who is the right person? How do I find out the right person? So that I can do with the organizational management. And also the business object provides the right work. What exactly the right work we are going to design with the business object? It provides an right work. And also the process level, the workflow ensures even the another two things. The another two things are, one is the sequence, the right sequence, and also it ensures the right time. So this is the topics which we are going to cover. That's it. So what is the right work and what is the right person? What is the right sequence? What is the right time? This is our course. And today in the last class we have discussed what exactly the right work and what is the business object. Business object provides the right work. In the last class we have seen what exactly the business object, and business object is an instantiation of the business object type and are the class. And business objects are created in the business object repository. The transaction code is the SW01. And so business object is the instantiation of business object type. Business object type contains the object type components. Those are interface, key fields, attributes, methods, and events. And we have seen what exactly the key fields. Interface provide the inheritance, and key fields is the unique identity for your business object or business application. And attributes are the property of the business object, and method is a function of a business object, and events are a status of an object. So that's what we have seen in the last class. And also we have seen the what exactly the attribute. There are two types of attribute. One is the database attribute, another one is the virtual attribute. The database attribute is, so if you are going to have an attribute with a key field table, it's a database attribute. If you want to do some logic, processing logic, conditional logic, or expression logic, or calculation logic, or if the field is from other database table than the key field table, then we are going to call it a virtual attribute. And also the methods, we have seen the methods. It's a function of the object. So get sales order items, get partner, get business data, check counter, customer, what is change order, display order. These are all the functions, different functions we have. And method is a function of an object, guys. So there are different kind of methods. We have synchronous method and asynchronous method. So if you want to have result parameters, we use the synchronous method. If you don't want any results, then we use the asynchronous methods. And foreground or dialog method, so there is a task or activity that can be done by a person, or that can be done by a system. Okay, if the person executes the task, that method is the foreground method or dialog method. If the system executes the task, that is a background method, guys. That's some different kind of methods we have seen in the yesterday's class, guys. So if you want to create a business object, and the transaction code is the SW01. SW01 is the transaction code. So I'll go to the SW01, and we are going to, we have created one business object, gbus sales, and change it. And this is the business object, and this business object contains the object type components. The object type components are very slow. See, there are different kind of components, and one is the interface. It provides the inheritance. See, it is inherited if SAP interface. By default, it is going to provide two methods: existence check and display methods. These two are inherited from this interface case. So this is the custom will have an if SAP interface. By default, this is an interface. So enterprise provides the inheritance, and it is inherited by default two methods: existence check and display. And the next one is the, we have created some attribute key field, and the key field provides the unique identity. My VBLN is the key field, which is part of the VBAC table. And next we have the different kind of attributes. My attribute is the ATT attribute. It's a database attribute. Why? Because it is from the same table. And if you take the name one, which is the field which is from the customer KNA1 table. So since that's why it is a virtual attribute. And we have another field GST. Even this is in a calculated field GST amount, and which is in a calculation, then it is in a virtual attribute. And we have the method get items, and this method is in a go to here in a background method, and also it's in a synchronous, so it will give the results back. So my results are I will provide by using interfacing parameters. The parameters are here. We will import the data, we'll export the data here, and if any errors, we are going to raise the exceptions. We know how to raise the exceptions as well in the yesterday's class. And also, if you want to write in a business object programming, you should know the macros. And so these are the macros which also we have discussed in the last class. So this is the pure custom business object, guys. Maybe I have a business object. My requirement is I need to use standard business object for the sales process. So maybe, so if you want to find out the business object, how can you do that? Two ways we can find out. One is, if you know the package directly, I objects. Go to the information system, and if you know the package, yes, I know the package, and VI01 is my VI is my package, and here you can see all the sales details, sales business object, and here you can see sales order is my business object 2032, guys. Very important. Sales order business object bus 2032, and display it and go to the attributes. See, guys, in my custom, in my VBAC table, I have a fields. Go to the VBAC. I have extended my table VBAC sales order header table with SFDC system. In the SFDC, I have a code number. You know, right? Salesforce. Salesforce provides a customer relationship management. Okay, it's a very good tool for the customer relationship. So in the, I always use my Salesforce for the customers, and in the customers, I have these custom fields. I have a revenue channel. I have a payment channel. I have a quote ID. I have a sales rep. I have a sales rep name. I have a discount. So this is the information which is coming from the SFDC system. I need to capture this information into my standard business object. This is my standard business object. I do not have the my custom fields in the standard business object. So how do you enhance the standard business object with my custom information? So if you want to enhance the standard business object and create a business object, JAD, it's my 6, maybe bus 2032. I will just add JAD underscore. Maybe this is my sixth batch. This is my sixth batch business object, and go to subtype, guys. So subtype, just you need to create. This is my super type. My original object is the super or parent class. parent object. You need to create a sub object. That's why I am going to create a subtype, guys. So how do you enhance the existing standard business object? You need to use the subtype concept. Subtype, and maybe bus 2032. First give the standard one and go with the subtype. Yes, see, it is taking the super type. Super is super parent child, sorry, super parent base. Three terms are same. This is my parent object, and my child object is the gbus 2032 underscore 6. Okay, this is my child because already I have this business object. That's why I'm creating with this. And maybe I will take this business object and name, and it's my enhanced standard business object. I'm going to enhance the standard business object. Maybe I have my own program. I'm going to create my program, and maybe I will put R here, guys. That's it. And this is the application. This is my sales application. And okay. Yes. And package is the EDG6 and save it. And it's for the workflows. I'm going to select it for the workflow project and transport for workflows. And okay. You see, guys, all the standard things are inherited into your child class object orientation. So this is my parent class SW1 parent business object. The parent business object, we have all these interfaces. So all these interfaces are inherited into the sub business object or child business object. And also you have in a key field, everything are inherited. And on top of it, I need to add my own attributes. Yes, I will add my own attributes and add the attribute. And my attribute is, maybe I will go to the table. I will take all my attributes, guys. Okay. So what is the table? And yeah, this is my table. So this is my ZZ revenue channel, which is coming from Salesforce system. So same object you can explain in the resumes, guys. So these fields you can take and you can explain in the enhancements. You can explain in the IDOC enhancements. You can explain in the workflow enhancement. You can explain in the table enhancement. Everywhere you can give this example, guys. Okay. And this is my, so this field is part of which table? VBAC table. And the key is from the VBAC. So I can create this as a database attribute. And my reference table is VBAC. And see, guys, and maybe if you don't remember the field, whenever you enter the table, in the second it will give the tables from the same table. See, it fetches from the same table. I can select the revenue channel. So this is my custom attribute. And so like this, add other things as well, guys. Maybe my next field is, I'm enhancing the standard business object and payment channel. And payment channel, whether it's net banking or credit card or debit card. Okay, this is my payment channel. And payment channel, here you can give the description, payment channel, guys. So this two should be same. Always I follow the naming convention. So always I provide these two as in a same. And reference table will be back, and reference field is payment channel. Okay, like this. Okay, maybe to speed up the process, I'm going to add quote ID. Next field is my quote ID, and this is my quote ID. Maybe no problem, I can give it in the database field and VBAC. And the another field is the quote ID, guys. Okay. And go to here and no, and explain sales rep name and give the sales rep name. And sales rep name, just I am giving my description and VBAC and sales rep name and okay. And also I can give in a sales rep number, sales rep name, and go to the here and sales rep. Okay, so sales rep name and database attribute, and I have an VBAC. I have a sales rep name, is control V. Okay, and we have next one is a discount. Maybe there is a discount, and I'm going to create a discount, and this is my discount. database field, and here you can see me back, and it's my database field, guys, and save it. Okay, ready, guys. So uh, we have the our custom attribute. Since it is in a part of the same database table, no need to implement this database attribute. If it is in a virtual attribute, you need to implement it, guys. So maybe if you want to generate some code for this, maybe I can go with the program. It will generate the code automatically, guys. Okay. And next, what I am going to do is I need to set an a status. So if you want to set a status, this is my object type component, and now by default it is in a modeled status. And if you want to you cannot use the modeled status object. You need to implement to the implemented status object. Set the status to the implemented, and go to here and implement it, and go to here and implement it, and all attributes. Okay, set the status to the implemented status. I have taken this to the implemented status, and this is my implemented status, guys. Implemented status, that's it. And after this you need to generate the business object. And my modeled object types, guys, this is in a model. First you need to set the status to the uh, object type, then you need to type component, then you need to set the status to the object type. The parent level also you need to implement to the implemented state. And now it is implemented status. Now I can generate the business object, and I can test my business object. And maybe there is some sales order which is having all this information. I am going to find out the sales orders and which are having these custom details. Maybe I use SC16N and go to the fields, and maybe my field revenue channel not equal to space, not equal to space, and which is having the records. I'm uh, taking it, and my sales order is the 255, and take this order. And see, guys, you need to create instance, and my instance is, this is my key sales document number, and it is instantiated. And if you see the custom things, guys, so where is the attributes? Where is the attribute? See, guys, I have my own custom fields. It's a quote SFDC. The quote ID is the SFDC02. Revenue channel, sales rep name, sales rep number, sales rep name, and also there should be another field as well, payment channel. Yeah, you see there is a payment channel, and also there is a revenue channel. Hmm? Where is the revenue? Yeah, there is a revenue channel as well. It's an internet banking. I is the revenue channel. So I have included my custom fields into the standard business object, guys. Maybe so. See, guys, I will go to the another bus 2032, and suppose I will test this maybe with the same business object, and instantiate, and enter. Standard one, this is. So actually I should get the custom as well here. So if I want to get this, maybe I need to do, guys, whenever you enhance the standard business object, you need to provide a link between the standard to the custom. So how do you provide that? So there is an option called settings and a delegate, guys. So delegate it, and you can see there is a bus 2032, and this is my delegation. And the transaction, it goes to, someone asked what is this transaction, SWO6, guys. So if you want to delegate the business object, so new slide and insert, and I'm going to write the uh, enhanced business object. And if you want to enhance business object and create subtype to the super type, and add additional attributes and methods. If you want to have methods, you can add my methods, and also events. So if you want to have your own events, yes, I can add my own events. Then provide linkage between super type to the subtype. So you need to provide a linkage between the super type to the subtype, guys. So if you want to do that, so you need to delegate it. To do this, we have to delegate. We have to delegate the business object. Okay, if you want to delegate, there are two ways. So one way is the, so in the SWO1 transaction, go to the settings and delegate it. Go to the settings and delegate it, guys. So see, this is my transaction. I can do the delegation. I can do the delegation. Control V and see. So this is my delegation option, guys. So in the transaction, so you need to delegate this, and this is the thing you need to do. This is one option. Or else if someone asks for the transaction, maybe the transaction code is the T code is SW06. So this is the transaction. This is the one of the interview question. So they ask, so whenever you enhance the standard business object, so what you need to do? So you need to delegate the business object by using settings and delegate, or by using the transaction SW06, guys. So this is the one of the interview question, and save it. And now I am going to delegate the business object, and go to the settings and delegate it, and go to the business object. So guys, the first time you don't see this, guys, maybe I will remove this. So someone has assigned some other. Whenever you comes first, you don't see this. So remove. I have removed and save, and its name customizing request or workbench request, and come back. So whenever you first time you come SWO1, and maybe I will go to the delegate option, settings and delegate. So whenever you see, so there is no business object for this, right? I don't see any business object bus 2032. And if you want to add, so take it and new entries, and object type is bus 2032. First you need to provide a super type, and person responsible. I am the responsible person for this SAP user, your user ID, and my custom business object G bus 2032 underscore 6. This is the new business object which I have created by enhancing this business object, and save it, and save it, guys. So this is my delegation. This is my delegation, guys. So we have seen the standard business object. We have seen the custom business object. Now, how we are going to provide a integration between the above programs to the workflows. Now, I have designed a right work, guys. Now, in this workflow architecture, I did my right work, and now I need to design the right workflow, right sequence, and right process. I need to design in the workflow level, guys. So if you want to create the workflows, so my transaction is, and now we are going to design the right work, and we are going to design the process level. We are going into the process level, and the, so if you want to design a process level, so before going to design the process level, I am going to talk about so some of the technical terms, guys. So there is a task. So what exactly that task, guys? So tell me, daily you will talk. So hey, there is a task. They have given a one task to me. So you will tell they have given 10 tasks to me, and some other people will give. They have given 20 tasks to me. What is exactly that task? What exactly the task? So someone told activity. Yeah, task is nothing but it is a activity, and which is going to be performed by, there are different tasks in the world, guys. So some task will be done by the persons, some task will be done by the missions. So task is nothing but an activity. Some things will be done by the persons, and some things will be done by the missions or robots or something. But here also, a activity which is going to be performed or executed by a person or system. A person or in a system, guys. So if it is in a person, it's in a foreground activity, foreground step. And if it is in a system, it's in a background step, guys. In the same way, the methods which we are going to use for the task is, if it is in a, if a user want to execute this task, we use the dialog foreground task and foreground method. And if the system want to execute this task, we will use the background task, guys. That's exactly the purpose of the methods. In the methods, we have talked about what is dialog and what is background. So if the task can be executed by the person, if the person execute the task, we will use the foreground method. If the system execute the task, we use the background method. That is the linkage between the task and the method, guys. So this is my task. So this is my task, guys. Control B. So here also in SAP, if you want to design the task, if you want to design, you need to tell to the SAP, you need to tell to the robo. So this task will be executed by who execute this task, whether it's in a person or whether it's in a system. If you want to do that, so the transaction code to create a task, create task, the transaction code is the T code is PFTC. PFTC is the transaction code. Very, very important. PFTC is the transaction code, guys. And the task can be two types, guys. So one task is the, so maybe task symbol. Do you see any task symbol here? Full flow chart. So actions, action symbol. Do you see any action symbol? Hmm? Yeah, action buttons. Maybe I can say, yeah, okay, I'll use one task. See, this is my task, guys. Okay, this is my task. So I have in a day I can perform, maybe I'm lazy person, I can perform only one single task. So I will do only single task, guys. And so robo can do multiple tasks. Control C, control V, control V, control V, control V, control V. So this can be, oh, okay, control Z. So control C and control. So C here and control. Okay. So this is my different task, guys. So here I am doing in a multiple task, and this is in a, this I can say it's in a multitask, guys. This is my multiple tasks. So one, in the task we have two types. One is in a single step task. So where I do only single task, and also there is in a multi-step task, guys. There is in a multi-step task. Let's example. So I'm a student, guys. So my daily task is I will come to the institute and I will attend the class. Okay. So maybe I'm the trainer. I'm doing. I'm doing in a class work, class. I'm doing in a teaching, and also after 1 o'clock I will take my office work. I'm performing my office work. In my office, I have different kind of tasks. I'm a person. I'm executing the multiple tasks. So whenever, if you want to design a multi-step task, we are going to use the multi-step tasks. And if it is in a single step, we are going to use the single step task types, guys. So we have two types of task in the system. One is the single step task, another one is the multi-step task, guys. And go to the new slide, and what exactly the single step and what exactly the multi-step. Maybe I have a task. This is my single step task, and which contains, this contains this is my single step task. We can perform only one activity. We can perform only one activity with this step, right? Here also there are two types of tasks. One is standard task, and which is an a T. It starts with a TS. Okay, it starts with the TS. And we have custom task. Okay, it starts with the TS custom task. Uh, so maybe I forgot. So when I go to that, guys, PFTC, go to the PFTC and you see all the task types. See standard task, and it's a customer task T, guys. Customer task, customer task T. Okay, so standard task, it is client independent task, and it is in a client independent. It's both are single step tasks. So with these task types we can perform only one activity. You cannot perform the multiple activities. It is in a client independent task case, and and there is no validity period. Validity period for this task, for this task. And but customer task is in a client dependent task case. The customer task is in a client dependent task. Okay, customer task is in a client dependent task. What exactly the difference now, tell me? And also there is a name, there is validity period for this task case. That's the difference between standard task and the customer task. So tell me what exactly now. Standard task is a client independent task and customer task is a client dependent task. What exactly the difference? What exactly the difference? Fundamentals, above fundamentals. What exactly the difference? Yeah, whenever you create a standard task in one client, the task will be available in all the clients in the system. But if it is a customer task, when you create a task in one client, 800 client, the task will be available in the 800 client, but the task will not be available in other clients, guys. That's the difference between the standard task and customer task, guys. Are you clear on this? And also, whenever you create a task, whenever you create a task, system will generate 8 digit 8 digit number automatically. So to provide number range for the task, we have to configure prefix numbers in the system. To do this, it's a basis activity, guys, but I don't like, you should know everything. So that's why, so you should work as an independent consultant. To do this, we need to perform automatic workflow customizing. We need to do automatic workflow customizing by using transaction code SWS SAP workflow, guys. SW means SAP workflow, and U3 is the transaction code. SWU3 is the transaction code where we will do all these customizations which are related to the workflow. And I will go to the first, I will go to the configuration. I will show where exactly we do the configuration. And SWU3 is the transaction. And go to the transaction. Very, very important here, transaction codes in the workflows. So most of the people, they know some high level monitoring. They ask the transaction code. They don't ask this much level in depth, but they may ask the transaction codes. If you remember, it is good for you. Okay, transaction code, every transaction code is important. See, guys, so totally see, it's an SAP basis, right? But you should know how the workflow task numbers will be generated. And there are some tasks: maintain runtime environment and CI Here I can do the RFC destination. I can have a workflow administrator. So whenever there is an error, it's in a robot, guys. I will assign a ID admin. So is the workflow admin. He is going to get notifications. So whenever there is an error in the workflow, he will get a notification. So there is an error in the system. So it's a monitoring point of view. It is very easy. It provides the automation, automatic, the triggering, notification triggering. So that kind of configurations I can do here. And also the main thing is we need to configure the prefix numbers. See guys, maintain in the maintain definition environment, you need to maintain the prefix numbers. The prefix numbers are already maintained, but I am going to remove that. So there is a name prefix number, EDG. There is a package I have assigned. Uh, See guys, the prefix numbers are there. So there is a package for EDG. And where is that? Where is that JUD? Did you see any JUD there? Okay. JUD 001 is the package. And I think I have my own package as well. Okay, we'll delete that. Yeah, see guys, this is my package. So EDG SP1 guys. This is my package. And this is my package guys. So maybe I started the number series with the 999 and maybe I will delete this. I'm going to maintain my own package and change my own numbers, because to let you know I'm deleting the existing number ranges. Delete it and create the number range, and my number range prefix numbers. Maybe I will start. Tell me what number you want. From where we need to start, tell me. uh 600 not possible, not possible, not possible. 600 9 series only it will accept, and maybe 950. Maybe if it is available, that's okay. And Y01 800 and save it. And already exist prefix number guys. So I should use the number which is free. That only I need to use it guys. Go to the series and you should start with the 9, and then 996 is not available, and maybe 901 902. See. So maybe I will start my workflow numbers from the 901. Maybe I will delete this. I will create it. I'm deleting this. Maybe I'm going to create my number. Okay, save and come back and refresh and come back and execute this and change it and create guys. So I'm going to use the 901. Save and okay, and that's it guys. So 901, and it's saved in the package EDG6 guys. Okay, so now onwards our workflows will be started with the 901 number range. A 8-digit number will be created whenever you create a task guys. Maybe I am going to create a task guys. So PFTC and select the task type is the standard task, because I don't like the customer task. Why? Because if I have 3 clients, every client I need to import this. I don't want to use the customer task. I always prefer to use the standard task and create the standard task. And here provide my task is get uh, items. I have a name. Items in the, maybe I will use the business object, our custom business object SW01. And what is our custom business object? This is my custom business object. In this business object, so always guys, so whenever you create a task, the task will be executed via the business object and method only. Okay, there is no alternative. You should use the business object architecture. You should use the task is in a workflow level, right? If you want to execute the workflow task, definitely it should be executed via the business object only. You should provide the business object. And maybe my task is get sales order items is my task is. So who will execute this, system or you? Who will execute this? System will execute this. And get items, get sales order items. Okay. And maybe I provide some text, get sales order items. Maybe I will explain what exactly this. You need to provide a work item text. Okay. Then see guys, definitely your task will be executed via the class or business object type. So see the architecture and you will come to know exactly. So you can see here. So there is an ABAP programs. There is a workflow. I am designing the process at the workflow level, and it should be via business object or class. So exactly the architecture comes here. So what, how the task will be executed? It should be executed via the business object, or it should be executed by the class. It should be executed by the business object. Let us follow the business object type, and my business object type is, and so what is the business object, guys? So maybe control V. No, 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 no. Yeah, you can do G, bus, I think E, DZ, sales, no. So hmm, Z bus 6 sales. This is my business object. And guys, so when I press F4, I will get a method, guys. See, these two methods are inherited from the if SAP interface. And this method is our method. Get items is my method, guys. Get items. See, and see, observe it, guys. So whenever I see, you don't see anything here. Whenever I save it and maybe leave it this and save it and save it and see guys, there is an 8-digit number which is created with my prefix number range 901, guys. That's exactly the number range for the task, and this is my task. And also guys, see, there is a checkbox which is enabled. It's a synchronous object method, guys. So in the business object we selected synchronous, that's why it is selected here. So that means in the workflow you will get the results, you will get the results. So this is expecting, this task is expecting the result parameters. And also guys, this should be executed by the background, not in the foreground, because so this should be executed by system only. I don't execute. Execute means this will be executed. Maybe for the testing purpose, I may start this workflow, but the execution will be done by the SAP only, guys. And save it, and also save it, guys. So this is done. And also how to start this workflow then. How can I trigger this workflow from ABAP programs? So this is my task, and I need to trigger this from my ABAP programs. I need to start this workflow from ABAP programs. Maybe whenever the sales order is created, I need to trigger this workflow. Whenever the sales order is created from ABAP program, I need to trigger this workflow. So how I can I start this workflow? I have an fuel, I have an engine, I have a car, but I need to start the key. And if I want to start a motorcycle, I need to start the key. I need to start the engine. I need to start the workflow engine. If I want to start the workflow engine, you need to raise the events from the ABAP programs. So maybe in my business object, do I have the events? Do I have the events in my business object? SW01, and I didn't create my SW01 and change. And guys, there is no events. I'm going to create an event, and event and start workflow is my event. This is my action, guys. So event is in a status of an object. So my action is start the workflow is my action. So I am designing start workflow as an action, and start workflow is the event. So this is my event, and I'm designing a key to start my workflow, and start workflow is my event, guys. Maybe this is my object type component. I need to release the object type component to the implemented status. Then only I can use this event. Otherwise, I cannot use this event. Maybe we'll see that. We'll see that. I'll set the model and save it. See, guys, I set this model and see what I am going to do. I am going to use this event in the workflows. So is this accessible in the workflow? If it is in a model status, if you want to start, the tab is triggering events, guys. trigger event. So start the things and business object, my BOR, and my BOR is G bus 6 sales, and see the event. And guys, no events, it is not available, you cannot use it. Still the event is there in the business object level, but I cannot use it in my workflows. So that's the object status. Maybe I will set the status now SWO1 and change it and events, and I will set the event to the implemented status. It's implemented and start generate the object, and I have generated the object. Now maybe guys save it, I will come later because I need to refresh, otherwise I will not get it here. So F4 actually it's already started, the process is started, you are in the middle of process. So remove this and save this without a triggering point. And so why it's asking, have removed it, how to do this. Okay, back. Okay, do you want to cancel processing? Yes. And yeah, my task is there, and enter, and this change. Yeah, I'm coming back, and guide go to the triggering events. Now I can check, I can take this. Now you will get an event, guys. Why it's not coming? Why it's not coming this event? Yes, it's in a implemented status and generated, and this is my business object. Save it and generate. So why it's not coming, guys? Why it's not coming? Why it's not coming? Why it's not coming? So take this and come back, maybe refresh from the start PFTC and change it and go to the triggering events, and it's my business object type. I see this problem somewhere. So why it's not coming? And maybe enter, first enter, see guys, then it will load, I think. Yes guys, I got my event back and save it, and I saved it, guys. I saved it. So I have given you a key here. See, triggering event. Whenever you raise the, see, I will go back. Whenever you raise the event, whenever you raise the event from above programs, so it will instantiate the business object, and the corresponding workflow will be triggered, guys. The corresponding workflow will be started. So maybe, so to start, and even I need to pass the data as well, guys. If you want to pass the data, so first of all I need to provide an event linkage. So I need to provide a linkage from the business object to the workflow. So I have provided a linkage, but I need to activate that linkage. If you want to activate this linkage, you see there is a symbol, activate symbol, and it activates. And go to the things, maybe it's a customizing request. I create a customizing request, workflow configuration request, and uh, event event configurations for batch 6. Okay, this is the event configurations for the batch, guys. So this is my event configuration, and okay. And I see, guys, after you activate you get a green symbol, that means it is activated. Even so, one thing is the steps. So the steps are very important, guys. So I created a standard task, so very important. So steps to create workflow, and first I am designing a single step task. So go to PFTC and select task type as standard task, right? Single step task I am designing, and create, select standard test, standard task, and create, right? And when you go and create, in the inside the next screen provide abbreviation and description. And since it is in a navigation part, I am giving the steps, guys. Okay, it's not a coding, so it's a steps all. and provide business object and method, and choose based on the task whether it is background background task or not. And fifth one is to trigger the workflow from ABAP programs. We have to provide event linkage. Very, very important. Lot of questions on this part only. Event linkage and maybe spellings. Okay, choose business, have figure and it. Okay, we have to provide the event linkage in the tab triggering events. Triggering events tab. Okay, so provide business object and event and activate the event linkage. So whenever you activate the event linkage, okay, the event linkage configuration, the event linkage configuration will be stored in transactions. So one is the SWE2 and SWETYPV. This is the two transactions. So the transactions, the event linkage will be stored in these two transactions, guys. Okay, save it. Okay, little heavy dose, but very interesting. And the event linkage is stored in these two transactions. See, I did an event linkage. I activated this. When I activate this, the event linkage will be stored in the transactions SWE2, and maybe I will go to the selection and by contents. And whenever you get this kind of table maintenance generator, guys, this is table maintenance view, and go to the selection if you want to find out, because it's very difficult to find out, right? It's very difficult to find out. So simple way is go to the selection by contents. I know what is my business object type, and maybe I can use the type is the business object type, or maybe I see guys, there is a business object type, and okay, and my business object type is, maybe I don't use this, uh, okay, remove. So my business object type equal to the GBUS 6 sales is my business object, and choose and no entries found. Why? Okay, maybe save it. See guys, so you know the concept of SAP LUW, logical unit of work. So whenever you save and whenever you come back out of the transaction, maybe it triggers in a database commit. So that's why I didn't see here. Maybe we'll refresh again SWE2 and save it, and selections by contents, and my business object type. Where is my object type? Yeah, this is my maybe some problem. Object type, I see two things. So I know, see, it's an object type only, object category and object type. Maybe I need to select two things, object type and object category, and okay. And object type category is the BO. Okay, value I don't know here. So uh, what is the value I need to select? Maybe I will take it out. So maybe I don't take it. So go to the contents and only the object type, and okay, and the object type equal to the G sales, and choose, and no entries found. Maybe I will come manually, guys. So maybe Z, I'll go here, right? Maybe Z CL's class based, and after the class based, this is a class based workflows, and page up, page up, page up, page up, page up. BOR based workflows I am going. See the BOR based, come here. Yeah, guys, there is an entry. See, BU6 sales start workflow is the event. Our workflow number is the 377. So see PFTC, and you can see 377, guys. Okay, so a entry is saved in this transaction, and maybe if you would like to see what is the total configuration, so guys, you can see there is an object type, event, and receiver type. Even there is a function module assigned. So this function module will drive to start this workflow, guys. No need to remember this. Okay, so this is the function module which will be which will start this workflow, which will start this ABAP program. I can say this ABAP program will raise this business object, and it will be instantiated the business object, and the workflow which is configured here. This is my car. So this car will be started, guys. This workflow engine will be started, and maybe there are some other options as well. So this is a high level concept. I will explain whenever the concept comes, because other parameters also very very important, guys. And behavior upon error feedback, and behavior upon system defaults. Do not change the linkage that you need to select, guys. Maybe do not change the linkage. Save and okay. This is my event linkage transaction. This is my event linkage configuration, guys. Maybe I have two levels. See, if you see, this is one level, this is another level. But if I want to send the data from this layer to the this layer, this layer to the this layer, what I need to do? Even the data is also required, right? I need to send the data from here to via business object to the workflow. Even the written process also, the results comes from the workflow to the business object to the ABAP programs. The two-way communication. So if you want to transfer the data from one layer to the another layer, we are going to use the concept called, very important concept, is the binding concept, guys. After you do this and binding, you need to activate the binding, activate the binding to transfer the data from one layer to another layer. I will explain this deep dive into this, because very very important this concept also. So control S. So I'm activating the binding here. Where is the workflow? And go and change it, and go to the triggering events. And here, guys, there is a symbol. See, there is a symbol. There is a symbol. Call binding editor. Call binding editor. So I'm going to call binding editor. And here you can see there is a two areas. See, one is the task, one is the event area, and another one is the task area. So I will explain what exactly this and what exactly this. Just I am doing a just I would like to show the glimpse of the workflow. Okay, the feel of the workflow in today's class. Then later I am going to explain each and every concept over here. And this is my event object. This is my workflow object, guys. See, so business object. So business object is the instantiation of the business object type. Whenever you raise the event, a object will be created. The object is the event object. So the data will be contained in the event object. Now I need to transfer, I need to cast, casting. So I need to cast that event object to my task object. My task I have given the business object, and in the task the object will be instantiated. So I am doing that binding here. I am assigning, I am casting that event object to the my workflow object here. So whenever I cast it, the in the above object orientation, when we cast it, the everything, the attributes and methods of one object will be transferred to the another object. Here also same, the event object attributes and methods will be transferred to the workflow task object. This is my task object. In task I have given a. transfer the data from above programs to the workflow task, guys. That's it. And save it. And also there is a container, just I will explain later. See guys, there is an importing, there is an exporting, guys. See, there is an importing, it will take the sales order number and it is going to, maybe I need to do the binding for this as well. So where is the binding? And only, not only object, even I need to expand this object, and this is my VBLN. Drag this VBLN and pump into the my IM underscore VBLN. So this is my sales order number. I am transferring this sales order. This is the attribute, guys. I am taking the attribute of this business object and drag and drop. Just select whatever you want. Select and drag and drop here. And you need to inject the IM underscore VBELN. And this is my IM underscore VBELN, guys. I did a binding here. And this is also binding. Save it, guys. Save it. Now I would like to start this workflow, guys. From the ABAP program, I need to start this workflow. How do I start it? So go to the SE38 GEDZ8 underscore start sales workflow. Okay, and create the program from ABAP program. See, I'm creating an ABAP program and save and save and workflow. And guys, my input parameters is the sales order, right? And P underscore VBELN, it's my type of VBELN underscore VA. This is my sales order number. Start of selection and start of selection, and you need to call function module, guys, to start the workflow from the above programs. So we need to call the function module SW SW uh, SW E, I think. Maybe I will put an F4 SW underscore event underscore create. So no problem. I no need to remember the things. So you need to have a capacity how to find out the things, guys. So F4. So some people will ask the generic question. If you don't remember, tell the answer like this. Yes, I can find out like this. That's it. Okay. So don't fear. See guys, I have an object type. I have an object. What is the business object? Object type is here business object. J BUS all caps and 6 sales. This is my business object. And key. What is the key? My key is VBELN. Maybe so guys, don't use like this, because this function module interfacing reference is different, and maybe I will use that reference and SE37 and take this and take this, otherwise it will give the dump, right? So if the both are different parameters, it will give. See guys, this type is different object key. My type is VBELN underscore VA. So maybe what I can do, I can define a data object. It's my GV underscore key. It's type of my function module reference, and GV underscore key equal to the P underscore VBELN. Otherwise it gives the dump, guys. So now I can use the GV underscore key, guys. And event is the, what is the event we have is start underscore workflow. See guys, so whenever you call this function, so by using this key, see when you want to test the business object, you need to have a key VBLN. It is asking the same key you need to provide here. Whenever you call this, the object will be instantiated with this number, and it is going to get the values, guys. Start of selection, and if size of RC equal to 0, and you need to, whenever you write this function, you need to do a commit work. You need to do a commit work. That's it, guys. And write workflow engine started successfully. And maybe I can give the workflow number. I think I can give the number as well. So maybe a receiver count event ID. Mm, okay, we'll see later. And pretty printer and do the syntax check. And there is an error. End if is unknown. Yeah. So end if is unknown. Pretty printer and do the syntax check and activate. This is my workflow, guys. See, guys, I'm going to start the workflow engine, and I'm going to start the workflow engine. My workflow engine is p underscore vbln, and my 10255 is the sales order number. And see, guys, 10255, I'm executing the above program. I'm executing the above program by using raising events. I'm raising the events by using function module. And whenever I raise the event, so it will look for the workflow which is configured at the event linkage, and it starts that workflow, guys. So execute it, and workflow engine started successfully. And if you want to see the workflow output, where you can see, I didn't see any output here. So just I told the engine is started, the workflow is started, but where do you see the log? So if you want to see the status of the workflow, so next one is and and uh, create program to start the workflow and use function module sw e underscore event underscore create to trigger the workflow engine and check status of the workflow. Go to T code SWI1, guys. SWI1 is the transaction code. Go to the SWI1, guys, and I'm going to the SWI1, SWI1, SW. This is my task number. You should put the TS, guys. The prefix you need to put. See, the TS is the prefix. The prefix you need to add. TS, standard task, is the TS. That's what I have given in the single step task. Standard task is the TS. And execute it. No, what happened? No workflow triggers. Time, maybe the problem is with the time. Okay. And task execute. Yes, guys. So the time is different. See, guys. So this is completed. The status is completed. And get sales order items, right? And this is the work item ID, guys. So whenever the workflow engine starts, very, very important. Whenever the workflow engine starts, system will generate work item, guys. So work item is used to track and monitor the workflows. So guys, whenever I create a leave request number will be generated. In the same way, whenever the workflow is started, one work item number will be generated. So that is used for the tracking purpose, whether the status is open, whether status is in process, whether the status is completed. So here it is saying, so completed, guys. Who executed this task? Did you execute this task? No, just I started the engine. Who executed the task? So the task is executed by the system, guys. The start is executed by the system, and it is showing completed status. And double click on the status work item, you see the completed status, and go to the workflow log. See guys, it gives me all the see Akshit EDG technologies, and it gives who processed this workflow, and it gives and when the workflow is what is the work item number, and when the workflow is started, and when the workflow started time, and who started this workflow, and what is the status of this workflow guys. And maybe my your interest, I know, so you'd like to see the what exactly this method will do, what exactly this method will do, what exactly this task will do. This task will get the sales order items, but where do I see that, where do I see that sales order items? So here you see the symbol show container. See guys, IM underscore VBLN, and you see the items. There are three items. See, there are three items which are executed and keeping it in the container. Maybe it's in a simple example, guys. I will tell this process why, how exactly this will be useful. So here, this is a one-step task, but in my step I have a total sales and distribution automation process. First I will inject my quotation data from the postman service. Next our project I will do in this workflow, total entire scenarios I am going to cover in the workflow. So I use the postman. This is my external system, SFDC system. Let's assume this is my SFDC system. So where the data is coming in, so I post the data from the postman. So I will integrate that data to the okay. Sorry. Yeah. So there is a batch. They don't know that interfacing concept. Okay, that I will execute as part of the project maybe. So postman, I will execute the code information, and I take that data and I create an IDOC first for the tracking purpose. From the IDOC, I trigger the workflow for my business automation. So I will create a code information first. Then I will I will check the customer is the existing or a new customer. If it is an existing customer, I will take existing customer details. If it is a new customer, I will create a new customer data by using BAPI. And later I will create a sales order by using BAPI. And after the creating the sales order, I will create a delivery. After creating the delivery, I will create an invoice. Then I will complete my workflow process, guys. Automatically, the multiple steps I will execute through the workflow, guys. This is the project. As part of the project I will do, but in the initial stage I will explain fundamentals of the workflow, like arithmetics I will explain. In the same way, I will use the workflow basics using the fundamental. Just I need to give a glimpse of the workflow. Today I have explained this. From tomorrow we have used various things. I will in detail explain what exactly this, what exactly this, what exactly this, and what exactly this. Who is the user? See guys, WF batch which is executed by the system user. System execute this task, and how user will do any interactions in the workflows, and that kind of things also we are going to see in the next class. And so this is interesting, guys. So workflow status, monitoring the workflow status, and also you will see status where exactly it is. Maybe if I have 100 steps in my workflow, it will show which step is completed and when it is completed and who processed this. And also sometimes it will stop somewhere. Maybe it will sometimes what I will do, I will wait for the invoice case. So I will wait for the invoice will be done in the portal. So whenever the customer pays it, once the information received, then I will continue my workflow. Until that I will wait for the invoice details, guys. So very beautiful concepts. So that's why I say, so SAP workflow concept is the robot concept in the SAP. So it provides in a business process automation. Very interesting concept. I like it, guys. Maybe after completion of this course you also like this concept. That's it for today. Do you have any questions? Huh? How do you business object? Yeah, yeah. Class wait for some time. I am using the business object. So first explore with the business object. The repository means it's an SWO1, guys. Business object repository means the SWO1 object. This is my SWO1 object. That's what I'm telling to the system. I'm not using the class. I am using the business object repository. Got it? Yeah, it's a business object layer only, right? Layer only. In my architecture, you see. So maybe you missed out first class, I think. So in my architecture, see, this is my business object layer. SW01 is the business object layer. Okay, I'm taking the business object from this layer, not the class. That's what I'm telling to the system. Still got it? Okay. Uh, I'll explain one to one. Maybe the first class video you need to run. Okay, because of that you are missing this. So run the first class video. Okay, any questions? I think no questions. Maybe after sometimes maybe if you habituate with this, then you may get the questions. Any questions? No? Huh? Okay. Okay. Oh, again exercise, right? Okay, I will create in 5 minutes. Okay, go to SW01. Okay, then my business is my customer is my business object. CUSTA is my business object and create the business object. And so take the business object and copy Control V and Control V, and it's my business object for customer. And go to the program, just take this and put the R in front, business object. Okay, GR BUS, and that's it. Okay, and maybe it's a customer object. You can put whatever it. Customer belongs to sales only, or else we can do master data is there. So master data, master data, master data, master data, master data. No, and customer head office, customer branch. Maybe I can take sales only, guys. This belongs to the sales. Customer comes, save it. That's not a problem. And save it. And go to the key fields and create a key fields and no. And go to the customer key is the customer number and take the Kunar and provide here. And this is my customer. Maybe I don't bother about the descriptions and my technical things important. KNA1 and KUNNR is the key field. That's it. And then key attributes and create the attributes and no, and maybe my attribute is name one and take this name one. It doesn't bother about these two. And guys, it should be a database attribute. Why? Because name one is part of the KNA1 table and KNA1 and go to the F4. Maybe you can get the all the fields, but you need to select whatever the field you would like to want. I want to want name one, and maybe I create one more attribute. No, and what is the is this land one and take this land one and control V and control V and provide the field and control one. It's a database attribute. Save it and save it and maybe uh, yeah, I'm taking definitely I will take it. So next one and maybe I will take telephone one. Important things I will take because these important ones and telephone one and I will take telephone and control V and control V and database table and KNA1 and KN and maybe telephone. Okay, what is that? Control V. Yeah. So control V. That's it. Okay, maybe three database attributes I have taken and save it. And also my check is whether he is a priority customer or one-time customer. So that's what I am going to check it, guys. Okay, address also we can do it. Yeah. So you can bring the address details. If you want to bring the address details, so I will go to the here and maybe I will take the address number ADDRNUMBER. Okay, address number, and this is the part of another database table, guys. It's not part of the this table. I'm going to table ADRC table and go to the ADRC and address number is my field, guys. That's it. But it's in a virtual. You need to select in a virtual field. Okay, we'll implement later. And also I will give one more business, guys. And okay, leave it. Now it's not possible. And name one and address one. So we have seen both the things, the database attribute as well as the virtual attributes. And maybe I have in a methods and I'm going to create a method and my method is okay, get company code, CCODE, company code details. Okay, customer company code details is my method. Control V and control V. And it should be an synchronous method. I need to result and also it should be executed by system, not the person. Okay, that's why I don't select the dialog and I select the synchronous and okay. And what is the parameters? What parameters you are going to pass it? Maybe I will inject the customer number IM underscore KUNNR, and I am going to pass this value to the method, and I am going to get, it is my importing parameter, I am going to get this where is that KN A1, and my field is KUNNR. Okay, this is my field. And so what I need to do is I need to get the values out of this method, and my methods are ax underscore knb1 is the company code details case, name one ex knb1. So company code will be available in the knb1. It's an export parameter, and use the knb1 knb1. But I may get multiple entries. One customer can be assigned to the multiple company codes, so that's why it should work like an internal table. That's why it's in a multi-line. And okay, and that's it guys. And save. This is why one method you can implement like this 100 methods also, no problem. Just I am showing just base structure. And now you need to do an implementation. If you want to do an implementation, and select the program, place the cursor and select the program. And do you want to generate a template automatically for the missing section? Yes, it is generating automatically. But for the address number, address number is a virtual attribute. For this you need to write in a code guys, and go to the program. See, it is asking attribute is not yet implemented. Yes, you want to implement. Yes guys. And this is my method. This is my method. And to get the attribute number, we need to use two types of macros we have guys. One is the setting a value to the container, and another one is the reading the values to the container. So if you want to see that the include programs, one is the object include program, and click on the object include program. It provides two include programs, CNTN01 and some ILFE something. CNTN01 will have all the macros, and yesterday you have seen what exactly the macro. And see here, this is used to set the value, but if you want to set the value, you need to get the value first, right? So how to get the value here? So I have a value which is there in the key field. Whenever I instantiate that, my object will be generated. In the object, a select will be performed on the key field. So the data will be fetched from the KNA1 table guys. And select address number ADD space ADD. Okay, I will take ADDR number. Yeah, ADDR number from ADRC table. And also maybe I can use select single, right? Select single ADDR number from ADRC into, maybe I will use at the rate data dv underscore ADDRNUMBER. Okay, I am using the inline declarations, and where this field equal to here. Okay, and this equal to the guys. I need to read the data from the object. So whenever you design a screen field, okay, whenever you design a attribute key field, it will select the data from the object guys. See, there is an object, there is an object. See, perform select table KNA1 using subrc. See guys, they have written one subroutine to select the data from KNA1. So they selected select single star from KNA1. That means they have selected all the data from the KNA1 table. In the KNA1 table, definitely, see guys, definitely there should be a field called ADDRS underscore, sorry, there should be an ADDRNR guys. So take this object, control C and control V and hyphen control space, you get, definitely there is an address number guys. See, there is an ADR number. So see, this object is important. If you don't understand this, so you will not get, you are not able to write guys. So the problem, I know your code, I have seen, I have sent my robot to your programs, so you didn't understand this concept. That's why you are not able to get successful on creating the sub this thing guys. See, So whenever you create in a key field, automatically system will select the data from the table. See, select single star from KNA1 with the key. Huh? Yeah, so you need to select the program, then it will generate, otherwise it doesn't generate. So uh, if you don't select program, your code will not be generated. So save it, come back. So in the initial time I said place a cursor on this and click on program. When it is click your program, it will ask, do you want to generate a missing section by using the template? Yes, you need to do. Don't select no, select yes. It will generate a code for you guys. That's the problem. So program, and this is the problem. And see that address number is selected, that is stored in this in this object. And I am going to pass this object to, and this object number. That's it. Control C and control V equal. So this is the place where you need to careful. That's it. Save like this. If you have n number of virtual attributes, you need to implement n number of get object properties, guys. Will place. And next maybe I need to implement the method. I have provided parameters, input and export, and generate a program. It will ask, see, method is not yet implemented, do you want to implement? Yes, I would like to implement. See, so first get the input and set the output. So get the input and star from select star from knb1 into table. Directly I can assign, guys, ex underscore knb1. So where kunnr equal to the im underscore kunnr. That's it. Set. I set the value, and this will set in the container, guys. Save it and back and set the status. Go and this implemented. Yes, go and edit release on this is my object type component, and get release implemented, and go to here and edit and change release status object type component implemented, and edit and this, and go to the object type component and implemented, and method edit, go to here and implemented, done, which is in a implemented status. I can use in the workflows and generate your business object. It contains one error. Why? Hmm? That will be done automatically. So some problem, go to perfect. Perfect. The problem is OpenSQL used. It must be used to include the escaping variables. So yeah, program. So he likes the inline declarations. I know it. That's why he is learning. So you don't want to declare the data declarations. And Freddy printer do the syntax check. And even here also I need to use the @ symbol and do this. And when escaped, huh? Okay, here it is not required. Correct. Yeah, perfect. So no errors, and come down and generate model object type. So first I set the status to the object type components. Then you need to set the status to the object type component. Sorry, object type to implement it. So now it is implemented, and you can generate it. Now you can test it. And my customer number. Tell me one customer number. Is it there? 1 2 3 4 is there, and okay. And you see the things, guys. This is my attributes, and this is my address number. Where is the address number? Maybe there is no address. Huh? What is this? What happened? So this is my get company code, and 1 2 3 4 and execute. So there is a company code, guys. This is the business subject. Simple, guys. So just the macros, how to use it. That's the important. That's it. The remaining all is the SAP will write code for you. Okay, no need to write much code. Okay, just you need to use the tricks. How to use the macro. How to read the macro. how to set the macro inside the same code. The above fundamentals only we are going to do it, but you should know what is macro, what is object orientation. The concepts, the object orientation concept you need to understand, guys. Okay, that's the name, business object, and little overview on the workflow. But from tomorrow fully we are going to talk about the workflow concept, the process level we are going to talk about from tomorrow. Today just I've shown what exactly the workflow, and because I talk more on the architectural side, you should understand the above programs, business object and process level. So I always talk on these topics. Tomorrow we'll see binding and containers, data containers, how we can send the data from one layer to the another layer. So we are going to explain, we are going to learn the tomorrow's class. Very interesting. Don't miss out the class, guys. So if you miss out the class, you are gone. That's it. Please spend the time, the 15 hours with me. You are going to see lot of interesting things in your next 20 years with this concept. Okay, don't bunk the class, please. Okay, so this will give very bright future. If you go to the projects, you know the workflow, you will be having a different this thing, what you can say, different opinion on you, because they like you. Definitely your manager will like you if you say I know the workflow. Okay, that's the, it will give the positive feel, positive vibrations to your career, guys. Okay, that's it from my end. Bye bye. I hope you enjoyed the class today. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.